Well, hello there, amazing business owners, entrepreneurs, photographers, creatives, all the people who want to actually make a living doing what they love. Thank you so much for having me in your earbuds today, or maybe on your car stereo while you're going to pick up the kids, because that's where I will be going in about 20 minutes. I have a very special episode for you today. I had originally planned on it being a mini episode, and it went a little longer than what I expected, which is good because it's chock full of crazy valuable information when it comes to marketing your business. Today, we are going to talk about 4 foundational must-haves that when you have them in your business, marketing will become exponentially easier. Do you absolutely have to have them? No, but I promise you, if you get these 4 things in place, it will make it so much easier to be clear in your marketing and your messaging. Now, these 4 things that we're going to talk about today will be things that change constantly. So please don't think that you'll ever be done. I'm just keeping it real because really, you're never going to be done when it comes to these things. You'll just have them at a point that feels good, and that's okay, because as you evolve and grow, they will change as well. If you are the kind of person that loves to help other people and you know of someone that could really use this episode, can you forward it over to them? I would also love to have your review on iTunes. So you can even press pause right now. Ready? I'll wait. Press pause. Did you do it? Head on over to iTunes and leave a review. Good ones are always appreciated, right? Because I want to know exactly what you think. I want to know what you need. I want to know how I can better help you and serve you when it comes to growing your business, because you deserve to have a business that is kick-ass and feeds your life, that helps you thrive. You deserve to have a business that you have designed to fit into your life instead of the other way around. And I want to know how I can better help you with that. So head on over to iTunes, leave a review. If you have any questions, come on over to the Facebook group. You can access that at businessstraightup.com/community. And I can't wait to learn more about you. Let's dive in and talk about the 4 foundational must-haves that will make your marketing quest so much easier. Hey there, awesome people. I am Brooke Summer, and you are listening to Business Straight Up, the podcast for creative entrepreneurs to learn, connect, grow, and build the business and life that they dream of. Welcome, let's get going and dive right in. Welcome back, amazing business owners. Thank you so much for pressing play today. I have a special mini episode for you today to celebrate the Boudoir Marketing Masterclass being officially available online as of October 15th. If you have not registered yet, why the heck not? This is the class that I taught at WPPI, plus some amazing bonus information that wasn't even available then. So this will have even more than what I taught in February. This class had very, very high reviews. Several of my students have asked me to put it online so they could see, because they weren't able to travel or they weren't able to make the class. So here it is. And as a special thank you for attending live, if you attend live on October 15th, you will get a special $50 bonus. So if you're not registered yet, head over to businessstraightup.com/BMM. That's like Boudoir Marketing Masterclass, to get yourself registered and then put it on the calendar so that you can definitely attend live and get that credit. I'm so happy to be with you today. I know I always say that I have a mini episode and then it ends up being a lot longer than I thought it would be. I have not timed this one, but I have it all written out, and hopefully it will be just enough for running to get your kids or doing whatever you need to do throughout the day. I want to make it kind of bite-sized and actionable. Today, we're going to talk about a small piece of that Boudoir Marketing Masterclass, because these things are pieces that you need to have in place as a solid foundation to really help you when it comes to marketing. Marketing is basically telling people about what you offer, right? And if you don't really know what you offer, or if it's not consistent, your marketing will be more difficult. Your message will start to be watered down. The service or the product that you provide really, really matters. I feel like I say this a lot, but I want you to know this, to really embrace it and to internalize it. I know that it took me a while to really get this, because I figured it wasn't a big deal, right? Taking photos of women in lingerie is just fun. I love what I do. It's not a big deal, right? Wrong. My clients have been telling me for years how much it meant to them to have this experience, that it changed their lives and sent them on a path that they never would have even thought of before their sessions. Is it every client that tells me this? No. There are some that just come in for photos and they're done, and that's totally fine. But definitely the majority of my clients have shared this feedback with me. And really, even if the service that I provide helps just one person, it is well worth the effort to get the right marketing, messaging, and experience in front of those people that need it most. Today's subject, we are going to go through 4 foundational must-haves to build a solid marketing strategy for your business, is one that might ruffle some feathers, and I'm okay with that because ultimately I want you to grow. And you can't grow in your business or your life if you stay inside your comfort zone, always knowing what's going to happen next. The type of growth that I know that I want, and I'm guessing you want too, is way outside of my comfort zone. And man, that can be really scary. A few months ago, we started watching a show called Undercover Billionaire. I'm kind of a Shark Tank junkie, and I love business shows. And there aren't a ton of them, but we're starting to see them more and more. And this one was definitely different. Glenn Stearns is a billionaire, and he went to a town that he had never even visited before in Erie, Pennsylvania, with $100 in his pocket to start a business from scratch. The goal was to bring it to $1 million business. And throughout the show, they would cut to him sitting in a warehouse and sharing different business principles and strategies and instruction. Almost every time, I would be nodding my head and saying, "Yep," while my husband and son rolled their eyes at me. Yes, I get it. Business is not as exciting to everyone like it is to me, but there are some foundational principles and things to remember that are important in any business, from photography to wedding professionals to service providers to tradesmen and online coaches and beyond. They will be ever-changing and likely never, quote, done, and they will constantly evolve with your business and change as you grow. If you start working on them now, start working through them, you can have a solid foundation to keep building onto. First, a few tips when it comes to these 4 must-haves in your business. Number 1, please know that these must-haves have absolutely nothing to do with the legalities of running a business. Always check with the laws for your city, county, state, and country to make sure that you're running your business legally, including sales tax, taxes, all that fun stuff that is not so fun. These must-haves that we are going to talk about today are going to be foundational when it comes to an overall business strategy. So talk with your attorney or check government guidelines carefully because that is absolutely not me. I am not an attorney. Number 2, because all of these must-haves will constantly be changing, I really recommend keeping a list of the changes and updates that you want to make regularly. This will allow you to make changes all at once, maybe once a month or so, instead of constantly draining your time and energy unnecessarily. If you want to hear more about this strategy and how to keep track of the changes that never end on these types of things in your business, check out episode 36 at businessstraightedup.com/036. That episode speaks directly to website changes, but that strategy will apply to any large project in your business that is ongoing. Number 3, can you market your business without having these things in place? Absolutely. I'm calling them must-haves because that will really serve you in the long run. But if you choose to market without them, you can still rock it. It will just make your life so much easier if you have these things in place because it will help to be super specific and consistent in your marketing and messaging. Number 4, I am very, very good at marketing and I can help with almost all of these. However, I will share with you that when it comes to one of them in particular, I defer to the experts. I will give you resources to check out if you really want to master this piece of your foundation because I am not the expert on that one, and I'm okay with that. And finally, tip number 5, always, always, always keep in mind that when you run a business, you are the boss. If you listen to this and you disagree with me, you're absolutely welcome to do so. You don't have to do things the way that I do them, or in the same way that anyone else does them. But always remember that if you find someone that you look up to, whether it's me or someone else, because they have what you want to have, or live the way that you want to live, don't discount the advice and strategies that they're sharing. I have learned these things through literally 14 years in business, 11 years specializing in a niche that isn't really loved by my industry, as much as that makes me sad. I have walked through some shitty things and lots of tears have been shed. I tell my kids all the time, it is smart to learn from your mistakes, but it is wise to learn from someone else's mistakes. And that is the case here. I'm giving you what I know, what I have learned, and I want you to take it and either run with it or tweak it for your own business. So those are some tips to consider when we are talking about these must-haves. Just know that not everything works for everyone, and I totally honor that and understand it. But take a listen. Don't discount everything just yet, because you never know what might really, really work for your business. So must-have number 1 is a consistent and solid brand. Now, when I say this, can we talk about what this really means for just a second? I see so many new business owners talk about rebranding, and really, they're just getting a new logo. A brand is not a logo. A brand can include a logo, but a logo is not the only part of branding. I really, really love this quote from Seth Godin, and I actually have a couple of them in this portion of the episode, but Seth Godin said, "Every interaction in any form is branding." Think about that for a moment and really consider it. Every single interaction that someone has when it comes to your company and you will affect the way that they feel about what you do and the service that you provide or the product that you offer. Every single email, every single website visit, every single social media post, every time you wear a branded shirt and order your coffee at the coffee shop. Ooh, that's one a lot of people don't think of, right? Every single phone call, every single touch point that you have with a client or a potential client, even if they don't hire you, adds up to what your brand really means. And this bleeds into everything, which means that everything needs to be considered and aligned properly. This will include logos, stories, colors, images, emotions, and more. Things to think about. Do you want to have a higher end brand, but you have a low quality, janky looking business card? Do you want to have a higher end brand, but you serve generic bottled water and pretzels at your sessions? Do you want to have a higher end brand, but you apologize constantly for your website because it only loads properly or works half of the time? Think about what these things are really saying to the people that you want to work with most. Think about what people might feel or think when they see or experience these things. Seth Godin also said, he's kind of the master in branding and marketing, right? Quote, "A brand is the set of expectations, memories, stories, and relationships that, taken together, account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another." End quote. Why would someone choose you? In a world of sameness, what sets you apart? That is what will really feed your brand. And if you haven't taken some time to consider this and put some work into it, I really, really recommend that you set aside some time and really consider this. It will make your messaging more clear in your marketing and will help you really know what your marketing should look like and who you're speaking to. A huge part of this will be in looking at your ideal client. So if you haven't spent some time really outlining who this person is, listen to episode number 1 at businessstraightUp.com/001 to get some help. Your brand needs to be consistent and clear in order for you to have clarity in your marketing. Must have number 2, an elevated client experience and client journey. Now, this one actually goes hand in hand with that consistent brand, and they will influence each other greatly. But it really is its own separate must-have because it requires some forethought in individual design. What exactly do I mean when I say an elevated client experience and client journey? Well, in short, what does it really look like to work with you? From the moment someone contacts you until the final delivery of everything they have asked for and paid for, what does the experience look like? Are they constantly waiting for a response from you? Do you keep your word? Do you own any mistakes that you make and fix them proactively without someone having to be frustrated? Do you have options for all body types or different types of people? Do you have processes in place to handle things even if you are extremely busy or unable to work on them? Do you have a referral program that's consistent? Do you have consistent business policies, not just for your clients, but for yourself and your team as well? Is their in-person experience absolutely stellar, with the little things really considered and thought out ahead of time? Are the products top-notch? Is ordering easy and fast? Is shipping easy? What do all of these things look like from beginning to end? What type of journey can each client expect? Another consideration, does every single client have the same experience? Are you maybe better at following up on emails one week and then things start to fall through the cracks on another week? You need to look at, consider, and map out your overall client journey. And consider that this overall journey and experience will be broken into a few pieces as well. You might have before booking, the actual session, and after booking. You might have before wedding, wedding day, and after wedding. You might have before purchase, ordering experience, and after order. Look at all of the pieces and go above and beyond where you can to ensure an elevated client journey and experience. Again, when this is really nailed down, you will have clarity in your marketing and your messaging, and you will know what you can talk about, what you want to share when it comes to marketing all over the place. Emails, social media, website, and more. You can highlight this amazing client experience because you are confident in what you have to offer. You know that it's consistent and you know that it's amazing. Not just in the product or service itself, but also in the overall experience that a paying client or customer will have with your business and your brand. Calling all boudoir photographers or people who want to be boudoir photographers. If you are not booked with the clients and the revenue that you want and need to keep your business going, chances are there's a disconnect in your marketing. So what the hell is it? The biggest mistake boudoir photographers make in marketing is treating it like marketing for any other genre. They think they can slap up a website or a Facebook group and women will be lining up to work with them, and they are setting themselves up for failure. And I get this, and I understand because I did it too. So the big question becomes, how do you grow your boudoir business to meet your revenue goals without working yourself into the ground? My very popular class from WPPI is now available online, and you, my friend, are lucky enough to be able to get in while you can watch it live and have your questions answered in real time. Check out businessstraightedup.com/BMM, and we will go through all things boudoir marketing. This class had such high raves at WPPI. Someone even said it was the best class she's ever taken at WPPI. So join us October 15th. Set yourself up for success when it comes to marketing. I will walk you through all of it. I can't wait to see you in class. businessstraightedup.com/BMM to register. Have an amazing day. Must have number 3. Kick-ass pricing. Remember when I told you that one of these must-haves is out of my wheelhouse and definitely not in my genius zone? This would be it. Pricing is not my strength. I can give you advice. I can look over your pricing. I can see errors pretty quickly just because of my experience. But really, if you want to learn how to price your services from the ground up, I highly recommend Alex Loveland's pricing guide. I will put a link in the show notes. Learning what pricing should be like, look like, best practices, and the psychology behind pricing is so important when it comes to designing your business and growing it. You don't want to have one client with one price and then another client with a price that's 4 times higher. It will never end well. That isn't aligned with that consistent and elevated client experience and brand that we've already talked about. Really nailing your pricing, making sure that it's consistent, and even more important, sustainable and profitable will be an absolute must in your business. While we are on this sustainable and profitable note here, I know that we all think about pricing differently and that we all have our own blocks when it comes to money, pricing, and our own worth as a business owner. But have you ever really considered what you need to charge to be making more than minimum wage? To actually make a living wage, to be able to send your kids to that soccer camp that they want, to be able to take the trips that you want to take, to be able to get your husband a truck when his car decides it's done with its long life. There is nothing wrong with wanting to create a business that is profitable and monetarily successful, and we need to drop the shame and guilt that comes with wanting more money. Money is a tool, nothing more. It doesn't make you any kind of person, good or bad, and it won't change who you are. It will offer you opportunities that you never thought possible. It will mean that you can set things up for your kids after you're gone. It will mean that you can take care of family members who might need it even now. I wish I had recorded a conversation we had after the podcast episode recording was done with one of my guests recently. She shared that because of her business, she was able to retire her mother when COVID hit and make sure that she was financially set so that she didn't have to continue working through all of this pandemic. What a freaking blessing, right? Your business should be set up to fit into your life, to thrive, and to bless your life. You are serving your clients and customers in a way that is valuable, and you deserve value in return. I have spent almost 2 years now working through my own blocks, guilt, and sabotage when it comes to money, and I will definitely share more about this later, because while I can make money like the badass business owner that I am, I can also spend it like the badass business owner I am, and there are so many reasons behind that. Again, another episode. Learning to get past that has been huge in my own life, and I will link to one of the resources that I love for figuring this out in the show notes. It's an abundance course from Natalie Kita, and it helped me so much. Most of us tend to have issues around money and self-worth, and really, this is an entire episode on its own, probably more than one, but you need to make sure that you have solid pricing that is consistent, profitable, and sustainable. If you can't sustain your own business and life, what are you working for? Any other job would have a paycheck. It's time to set yourself up for success. If this is something you struggle with, like I have as well, check out Alex Loveland's pricing guide and Natalie Kita's abundance course. And I will link to both of them in the show notes at businessstraightedup.com/podcast. They are must-have. They are amazing resources that can help you with all of the things surrounding money and pricing in your business. Here we are, the last one. Must-have number 4. Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll. A website that converts. Man, I was going to offer so many past episodes on this, and then I started making a list, and truly there are so many because helping students with their websites is near and dear to my heart. So here are a few episodes to consider. businessstraightedup.com/038. We go through the top website mistakes that I see. businessstraightedup.com/037, how to write great copy for your website and more. businessstraightedup.com/006, my kick-ass about page formula. And businessstraightedup.com/029, websites that convert. Those are going to be 4 episodes that really dive into the website portion. This is kind of a higher level overview. But to put it bluntly, because, well, this is business straight up after all, if you don't have a website that leads your visitors to contact and book you for whatever service or product you provide, you are making a huge mistake. You are missing a huge opportunity to work with amazing clients and grow your business exponentially. Your website should not only look pretty, but it needs to convey your overall brand and move visitors to make a decision. Not all visitors will choose to book you or even contact you, and that's okay. You don't have to be for everyone. The point is, you need to be leading them in your website to make a decision. Here is what you offer and how you can help with whatever they may be facing. Would they like to know more? Yes or no? It's really that simple. For some reason, we have such anxiety over asking someone to make that decision, and it doesn't have to be that way. You're not forcing a website visitor to book me or else. You're showing them what to do, how you operate, and what you provide, your brand, and you are asking them to decide whether you're a good fit. That's it. If your website isn't showing a killer portfolio, before and afters, an excellent about page, and more, you are losing revenue and potential clients or customers. Your website is your virtual home online, the place where you can truly control the overall feel, including the colors, the transitions, the emotions, and more. You don't have to have that dreaded Facebook blue or the perfect format or size for videos or images based on a social media platform's requirements. This is your place where you get to welcome someone in, say hello, show how you can help, and ask if they would like to have your help. You need to be taking full advantage of this on your website so that you can not only attract, but convert your ideal clients from visitors into paying clients and eventually evangelists. We want those clients that love us so much. They've had an amazing experience. They're going to go tell everyone, right? If you are like, yes, Brooke, I want that, but I don't even know where to start. go back a few minutes, check out the 4 episodes that I gave you earlier. There's 038, 037, 006, and 029. If you still want more information, you still need more help, Spiff Up Your Site, which is my website strategy course, will be opening in early 2021, and you can get on the waitlist now at spiffupyoursite.com. If you're like, Brooke, I need this now, like right now. I hear you. I get it. Email me at hello@businessstraightup.com and I can send you more information. Do not leave your website up to chance. Do not build a website that looks pretty but doesn't do much for your business. Set yourself up for success in your website by looking at the path you want someone to take when they arrive and encourage them to make that decision. Your website is your home on the World Wide Web, so make it gorgeous and functional and service-oriented and start treating it like it is your home. I know that in this episode we have done a very high-level overview of these 4 must-haves, and several of them have their own episodes entirely. Or they could be their own episodes, plural, intentionally, because they are loaded topics. But I wanted to give you a foundational overview. To recap, these 4 foundational must-haves in your business to help you gain clarity in your marketing and messaging are: number 1, a consistent and solid brand. Number 2, an elevated client experience and client journey. Number 3, kick-ass pricing. Number 4, a website that converts. Out of all of these, I want to know what you love working on in your business and what you struggle with the most. What do you avoid? As I shared, there are things that I'm really good at when it comes to business and things that are just not in my zone of genius. And that will likely be the case for all of us. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses. And while our culture tends to lean towards a, quote, fix your weakness mindset, I much prefer a lean into your strengths mindset, which is why I'm more than happy to purchase resources and courses that help me when I need help in the things that I am just not very good at. I want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Leave a comment in the show notes on the website or in the Business Straight Up community, which can be accessed at businessstraightup.com/community. It is a Facebook group filled with amazing business owners. And I can't wait to hear more about what you love or maybe don't love so much when it comes to working on these things in your business. If you loved this episode and you are a boudoir photographer or you want to be a boudoir photographer, or maybe you're just a portrait photographer and you're like, I need help with marketing, I want to encourage you to attend the Boudoir Marketing Masterclass coming up on October 15th. It will be recorded at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will go through all of these things and how to actually build your marketing as well. This was a very highly rated class that I taught at WPPI 2020, and I'm excited to have it online for the first time ever. If you attend live, you'll even get a $50 bonus. So check it out at businessstraightup.com/BMM. That's B like boudoir, M like marketing, and M like masterclass. Always remember that what you do matters. Your gift matters. The amazing way that you serve your clients and customers matters. Learning to set yourself up for success in your business, craft your messaging to reach out to those clients and customers, and get that messaging in front of them is so important so that you can actually impact more lives with your gift. I can't wait to see what you do with your kick-ass self in business and in life. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for listening to Business Straight Up. I'm so glad that you could join us today. Check out the show notes for this and all of the episodes at businessstraightuppodcast.com. And I can't wait to talk with you again. Have a great day.